So we are going to get started now. So good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you to the award ceremony of the FutureSkills Prime HackFest, Code Cloud with AWS. We have a distinguished set of speakers to virtually present the awards to all the HackFest winners. I welcome Mr. Amit Mehta, Head of Training and Certification, Amazon Internet Services Private Limited. Navneet Samyar, Head of FutureSkills Growth and Learner Success. Ashish Sabarwal, Head of Industry Initiatives, FutureSkills Prime. Satish Chandra, Director of the Shri Vishnu Educational Society. Our distinguished guests from AWS, NASCOM, Ethnos, and Max Mudra. And also our winners, professors and students who have enrolled in the AWS Cloud Practitioner Essentials course and have participated in the hackathon to this virtual award ceremony. So the HackFest was designed as a two-step event. The first step was to complete the AWS Cloud Practitioner Essentials course from Amazon Web Services on the FS Prime platform. And the second one was that all the learners who had completed the course to take part in the hackathon competition, which was a month-long affair. Subject matter experts from AWS created a framework to conduct the hackathon at 3 levels, level 100, level 200, and 300. The participants will start the hackathon by solving the problem with level 100, which will then be evaluated. The qualified participants will then move on to level 200, and eventually the participants who qualify level 200 will move on to level 300. Each level being the elimination round made the hackathon incrementally challenging. In level 300, the participants had to choose 2 problem statements. One was to create an application which is very relevant in the current times, a chatbot to find the nearest hospital in your area. And the second one was to fix the broken API. Finally, we had successful submission for each of the problem statement category in level 300, and we have our winners. Now, before we start the session, I have a very interesting anecdote to share with you all, which will hopefully push each one of us to think and then action in the direction to be a more skilled nation. So a few days back, a friend of mine and I were discussing a very interesting concept. The concept of entropy or disorder, or as most of you have heard about, the second law of thermodynamics. It states that as energy is transferred or transformed, more and more of it is wasted. The second law also states that in any natural ecosystem or any isolated ecosystem, it is a tendency that that system will degenerate into a more disordered state. So it is the foundation of our understanding of the universe, and it defines the fate and our ultimate purpose of human striving to deploy energy and knowledge to fight back the tide of entropy and carve out refuges of a beneficial order. So just imagine the nature of jobs is changing. New technologies such as artificial intelligence, big data, cloud is being utilized to deliver solutions to the existing problems. Now, if you take this as an isolated system and don't apply energy, for example, like acquiring new skills, then the system will automatically shift towards a more disordered state. For example, not having a job or not being relevant in the current job role or to the organization, and then indirectly not being able to contribute to the national growth and well-being, leading to, as we call it, as destitution. But what each one of us sitting in this meeting today has done in the past few months is to act as energy blocks individually and collectively by upskilling and applying those skills to fight back this tide of entropy. And I congratulate each one of you to have shown immense courage to change, unlearn, relearn, and apply. And I hope that each one of us continue to be the agents of change. With this, I invite Mr. Navneet Samyar to share his opening remarks.
Thanks, Hera, and what a wonderful start. So let me put some numbers to the disorder that the energy shift you talked about can actually create in the marketplace. So I was reading a study by McKinsey, and it says that in the next couple of years, the existing skill sets, almost 57% of that will disappear. So think about this, and I really exhort all the students who are on this live webcast to really give it a very serious thought. There will be redundancy happening every 2 years, every 3 years. Therefore, the only one skill, it is not Python, it is not AI, it is not ML, it is not IoT, it is not cloud. The only one skill which will keep us sustain our lives for the next 30, 40 years is the skill to learn. And learn, relearn. You talked about the concept of learn, relearn, and unlearn. This is going to define success or failure. And unfortunately, I mean, I consider myself very lucky because I am at the the other end of the career graph. But people who are starting today, you are responsible for your learning. Nobody, unlike my teacher who would force me, and there will be attendance taken in the class, and you have to get 70% attendance in your engineering, so you better be in the class. Is the mode of learning some of us grew up with. You will have to take responsibility of your learning. Your teacher is not responsible. FutureSkills, as it stands today, we have it on our platform. I would very strongly encourage everybody to please go and take advantage of it. It is a fantastic platform. It is driven by the industry, and therefore, it will help you stay abreast with the changes that are happening. One more point, and I really thank AWS for having thought through this whole program and having partnered with us on this program. The other trend that I'm seeing when I talk to industry folks is, over time, and the concept of time again is squeezing itself. So time isn't the next 10 years. Time is the next 10 months. Over time, interviews for jobs will disappear. Jobs will be given on the basis of hackathons. Every company will give you a live problem from the company. You need to work on that problem either as a group or as individuals. And depending on how you perform on that hackathon or whatever that real task is, you will either be selected or not selected. Your degrees, your credits, your courses will all be just an invitation to the party. But you will get to eat and drink at the party only if you can actually solve real life problems. So all of you who participated, many, many congratulations to you for having participated. Special congrats to the winners as well as to the losers, because it doesn't matter. Fact is, you did participate and you did reach a certain level, which is phenomenal and which is really the life skill that you want to sustain over the next as many years as you want to be in working life. So with that, all the very, very best to everybody who participated. Thanks a lot again to AWS, and let's do more and more and more of it. This is the way forward. Thank you. Thanks, Hera.
Thank you, Navneet. Thank you, Navneet, for the wonderful start. I will now invite Mr. Ashish Sabarwal to walk us through the entire journey of what we did during the hackathon. I'm going to present my screen as well.
Thank you, Hera. Thanks, Navneet. Great analogy, Hera. And, this has been a direction of energy towards upskilling the youth of the country. And again, many thanks to the team at AWS, also their training partner, Ethnos, and also our implementation partner, Max, for the really efficient rollout for this hackathon. And it's true, the world is, there are many forces which are constantly acting and changing the energy of the world. The models are very different. The world's largest cab company today owns no cars, Uber. The world's largest hospitality company owns no rooms, Airbnb, right? The world's largest storehouse of movies has no movie theaters, Netflix. These are all rapidly changing models, and actually some of the names that I mentioned are actually AWS customers as well. And it's a world where new skills are important. And I would encourage all our learners who have participated to please look at this as a journey. This is a great, great, great first step. There are many more steps available beyond this. A lot of them on FutureSkills Prime itself. Please do take those steps and partner along with us in this journey. Hera, would you like to present the next slide? Thank you. The program has been stupendous. The way we have approached this is that there are two levels or two stepping stones to the engagement. One is we have the AWS Essentials program. We have over 13,000 learners today who are registered for it. From these 13,000 learners, a number of them went on to do the Cloud Essentials program. And I'm pleased to announce that over 1,600 of them went ahead and completed the AWS Cloud Practitioner Essentials program. This was a pre-qualification into the hackathon, which when rolled out attracted close to 3,300 entries. Of these, 716 were valid, who participated in the hackathon. And as the levels progressed from 100 to 200 to 300, obviously the skill levels required became tougher. And there are 10 who finally made it through across to the highest level, which is level 300. We, of course, have, as part of the felicitation, learners across these levels, and we will be taking you through the names of the learners and the education institutions they belong to. The journey itself was very widespread. Like I said, many thanks to our partners like Max and Ethnos, who helped ensure that the program reached the length and the breadth of the country. We had 1,300 cities across the country where we had participation from, over 200 academic institutions. In total, we have 42 winners across the three levels. The push to the academic institutions was very ably helped through NASSCOM's own academic team, and a big thanks to Sridevi, who's on the call here with us today, and the rest of the academia team for making sure that the program reached out to pretty much all nook and corner of the country. Thank you. So that's a good representation, I think, if you see the dots on the map. So across from north to south. I do want to take a minute and just call out the top 10 participating institutions. And I do want to name all of them because, like I said, there were over 200, and some of these institutions did a stupendous job of evangelizing this program to the students and driving great participation. So right on top, we have Wells University of Science and Technology, KL University, PSNA College of Engineering and Technology, Rajiv Gandhi Memorial College of Engineering and Technology, SNS College of Technology, SNS College of Engineering, Coimbatore Institute of Technology, Prasad V. Portluri Siddhartha Institute of Technology, IBS Mumbai, and Lenda Institute of Engineering and Technology. A big round of applause. I know we are all virtual. We probably can't hear the thundering applauses, but great job. It shows the dedication and the commitment towards the students within these colleges. And from the bottom of our hearts, a big thank you to all of you. Hera?
Thank you, Ashish. Thank you for highlighting all the good things that came out of the hackathon. I will now invite Mr. Amit Mehta to brief us about the entire partnership and also talk a little bit about the opportunities in cloud and what next students should think about after completing this hackathon. Over to you, Amit.
Sure. Yeah, thank you, Hera. And listen, I've never had an analogy of thermodynamics applied to cloud, and I'm going to steal that one for my next presentation. Very, very wisely said, Hera. And to be honest, as much as it creates this disruption, there is beauty in this disruption. Imagine if this disruption hadn't happened, we wouldn't have been able to navigate these last 2 years. What we've been able to do virtually, take calls, attend meetings, download content is because of this disruption. So in some sense, this disruption is also the beginning of something new. So great analogy. And thank you to Navneet and Ashish also, setting in the context. So folks, I just wanted to give you some background context of how we're looking at this as being in the business of transforming companies through cloud for the last 15 years and having hundreds and thousands of customers globally. What we clearly realize, just from an Indian standpoint, India is projected to be a $1 billion digital economy by 2025. This is the mighty survey. And if you really see, I have no doubts that this is probably going to be achieved faster. Now, for us to be at that level of digital as an economy, and that's clearly like 1/5 of the Indian economy, what's important is to just see the landscape of skills. And while Navneet says that Navneet and I are probably on the other end of the career, but believe me, we also need to learn just to navigate this new world, right? So we did a survey last year which said, and we did a survey with a research firm called Alpha Beta. And what this survey revealed was that only 12% of India's workforce today is digitally skilled. And of the 12% of workforce right now who's digitally skilled, about 7 in 10 of them who are digitally skilled, they apply advanced digital skills. The number of workers required to be digitally skilled is going to be growing by a factor of 9 by 2025. Now, that's huge. What that means is it is our duty to at least share with you the kind of career options that are going to be opening up. Normally the Indian context has been, you do your 12th, mostly it's engineering or medical. That's the kind of wiring that we've been grown. But overall, what has happened is, as people even graduate from these institutions, the time it takes for the industry to absorb and get them really productive, it's about 8 to 10 months before they really start adding value in a job, even after graduating from a premier college, engineering college. So we are looking at this holistically and saying, and NASSCOM did some beautiful research as to what are the top 10 digital skills, which is where the focus of NASSCOM FutureSkills is. So AI and data, big data analytics, cybersecurity. So there were 10 odd skills that they've called out very rightly, which is going to propel India into that innovation hub. How will India innovate? India will innovate by now helping customers transform digitally. And for that, they have to transform themselves. So if India is going to require 9x the number of digital workers, what are those top 5 skills in the top 10, for instance? So cloud architecting and design is the number 1 skill that is growing at a factor of about 34%. And why cloud? Because cloud just enables you to embrace your new business models and run with it quickly and help you cut down the time to market. All the companies that Ashish named, they could disrupt business models and service customers in a meaningful way because they could immediately take products and offering to customers faster. So cloud architecting and design is the number 1 skill, growing at about 34%. Then you have system operations and software maintenance. That's the second skill. The third skill is web application development, UI. That's the software development, more around agile. That's the third skill. The fourth is big data, large scale data modeling, just the amount of data that is being generated. And the final one is cybersecurity. So those are the top 5, even within those top 10. So our aim at AWS training and certification is to assess where India is, see if we can consciously work with partners like NASSCOM to start affecting that shift consciously, as opposed to us being forced to embrace. Because sometimes when you have to embrace change forcefully, it's not very pleasant. We want you to be proactive, and we want to give you career options to be productive. So hackathons, as Navneet said, are the ways to actually show that you know the skill and you can apply it day one. companies want day one ready skills. And that's what we just endeavored to do. And thank you really to NASCOM FutureSkill and Max for helping us put this together. So that's kind of the context in which we are operating. Now, where to go forward? So as you have just experienced the cloud, I would encourage you to look at there are about 500 free digital titles that, depending on where you are, either by role or whether you are novice or you're an expert, you can actually consume on the AWS website. We have curated 2 of those, and we have provided links from the Amazon FutureSkills Prime site to those courses. But foundational level courses, the Cloud Practitioner Essentials and the system, we have those associate certification. Those 2 foundational courses are there on the site. So I would encourage you to start with that. And then depending on your interest, you can actually choose more courses. And what we have deployed is a hybrid learning model. So there's a lot of self-paced content which you can use. And then there's this opportunity to learn with a partner, Ethnos, and great support by the Ethnos team as well. Thank you, the Ethnos team. To bring you virtual instructor-led models as well, because you cannot solve everything. You just like you cannot become Sachin Tendulkar by just watching all his videos. Similarly, you just can't become expert just by going through online content. So we've got the instructor-led model as well, and Ethnos is actually using that. So leverage that. So that's the second part of this whole journey. So I think get started. Hackathon is a great starting point. Get started and deepen your learning. And the third one is, we do believe that we are responsible in a way to also see if we can connect you to potential job opportunities. Given the sheer need for talent right now in the Indian industry, we are having a roster of requirements from our customers. And we very well connect people who have kind of gone through our courses, taken the certifications, and through our employment engagement team, we actually set up those job opportunities as well. So that's the commitment that AWS has to the business, and I really wish you well on this journey. Trust me, if you take this one journey very well, and I have a 22-year-old son, I've been telling him now to forget all the other things and just jump onto this, because it's so important. And these are the careers that are required now and going to be in great demand in the future. So I wish you all the best. I congratulate all the winners. I think it takes a lot of great determination to go through the content. Some of it is not something that you have been exposed to earlier. So thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. And thank you to the NASCOM team, Max team, and I also would like to thank Deepika Nair on my team. Deepika, if you can come, Abhishek Day on my team, who've really helped us, anchor this along with without them, this hackathon and the problems that you worked on wouldn't have been possible. So thank you so much. Back to you, Hera.
Thanks, Amit. Thank you for the wonderful insights. I'm sure learners will take some of those feedbacks and start learning onto the next journey after completing the Cloud Practitioner Essentials course. I would like to quickly now invite Mr. Satish Chandra, who's the director of the BVR IT group, to share his experience of the entire learning journey with AWS Cloud Practitioner Essentials course and how hackathon and gamification of learning helps the learning culture in the academic institution.
Thank you, Hera. Great analogy. So I just thought I will give you some insight into what had happened when the pandemic hit. When we were all thinking about how do we sort of put students into learning culture. When students went home and they didn't have any much of the learning content available that otherwise was provided in classroom. So we partnered with FutureSkills initiative and several other digital content partners, and within like 3-4 months we saw about 50,000 courses being completed by all our students. So they are eager. They would like to catch up to these digital technologies, provided they have the right path set for them and learning content being available. So we've been partnered with FutureSkills and FutureSkills Prime for about 2.5 years now. I would like to thank Sridevi, who's on the call, for primarily, helping us, sail through this, top 10 skills that are quoted by Mr. Amit. We've been really fortunate to have this initiative because, while industry is having the need, we also, several colleges, in the last couple of years, they have started many of these courses. The new branches have cropped up, and within Telangana itself, we have about 16,000 seats added in only digital technologies. I'm talking about engineering, and so many colleges suddenly wanting to skill up students in technologies like AI, machine learning, or cloud technologies, and all that, cyber security. And do we have faculty? I don't think many colleges would have rightly equipped faculty. So we need to have this industry associations or NASCOM like bodies creating curriculum and training the faculty so that the students are rightly equipped when they come out of the colleges. And how do we test the waters? The learning hackathons or gamified learnings are the way. So when I said the 50,000 plus courses, it is because we had a way of incentivizing students to learn these courses. So learning through gamified versions, given a way that tomorrow I look up to getting another star added, or having 100 more points being added to my profile. And that's how the learning journey moves on for the student. And they are up to, thanks to the broadly available internet, they are all hooked up to many gaming platforms or the discussion platforms like Discord and all that. So these are all helping students to sort of learning in groups while they are digitally learning. They discuss, there are mentors, for example, with respect to AWS, for this initiative, we had about 290 plus students participated. So we also have a couple of faculty who are trained and certified. So they formed into this discussion group, and they help the students sail through the course. And we are happy that a couple of our students are part of the 100, 200 completers. So, and in a way, the industry is also helping incentivize students by bringing the job opportunities for the students. So, through the FutureSkills Prime platform, if I have to quote, last year we had this Cisco competition where 8 of our students got into internships, and they converted into high-paying jobs with Cisco. And of course, learning helps, obviously. Many of these students, whoever is trained on AWS or Salesforce, they have plenty of jobs. Many employers are knocking our doors for the trained students on these digital skills. So I would definitely call out each one of the professor and student who is on the call to utilize the FutureSkills platform to learn new skill, and probably utilize the hackathon opportunities to complete a couple of projects, and you are ready for getting into a good high-paying job. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Satish. Thank you for the wonderful insight and the suggestion for all the students on the call today. We will now start the award ceremony, and I would like to invite Amit Mehta to announce the first winner of the hackathon.
Are you bringing up the name? Which so as one of the requirements of the hackathon, we had the whosoever participated, we wanted them to clear 3 levels. So the first winner, who's really cleared level 100, 200, and 300, really pleased to announce the name of Anjani Kumar Singh from ASM Institute of Management and Computer Studies, Titwal, Maharashtra. So thank you so much for your time and commitment, Anjani. Congratulations, huge congratulations.
Thank you, Amit, and congratulations, Anjani. We wish you all the success. I would now request Navneet Samyar to announce the second winner of the hackathon.
Hera, you're going to pull the slide? Yeah. So the second one, and a close second, Pawan, many congratulations to you. Pawan Varma from Galgotia College of Engineering and Technology, Noida, Uttar Pradesh. It is actually very overwhelming to see people, young people like you doing so wonderfully well. My bestest wishes to you. I'm sure you guys are cut out for something big in life. All the very best.
Thank you, Navneet, and congratulations, Pawan, on the win. I would now request Ashish Sabharwal to announce the winners of level 200.
Thank you, Hera. The winners, carrying on from the first slide, Anjani, many congratulations again. Anjani Kumar Singh from ASM Institute of Management and Computer Studies, Maharashtra. To Pawan, who is also our second winner, Pawan Varma, GCET, Ghaziabad, UP. To Abhishek Patel, Sandeep University, Nashik, Maharashtra. Many congratulations to Ankit Sharma, DCSA, Punjab University. Congratulations to Reena Gupta, RTU, Karnataka. Congratulations to Muhammad Irshad, Panimalar Institute of Technology, Thiruvallur, Tamil Nadu. To Karthik Seni, IIT ISM Dhanbad from Rohtak, Haryana. To Kunjan Bharambe, KCES, Maharashtra. Pushkar Katavkar, Bharati Vidyapeeth, Maharashtra. And Subha Lakshmi Mishra from Veer Surendra Sai University, Bhubaneswar, Orissa. Many congratulations to you. And before I we have 5 more names. We had top 15. So let me complete this. And before I have to hand over to Hera, I have a few small things to say. Congratulations to Aman Julka from Chhatrapati Shivaji University, Maharashtra. Omkar Lakshman Bansode from Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Maharashtra. Naveen S. Narayan, Reva University, Bangalore, Karnataka. Sudha Bathula Padma Priya from Prasad V. Potluri Siddhartha Institute of Technology, Vijayawada, AP. And to Susmita AJ from Government College of Engineering, Kannur, Kerala. Hera, before I hand over to you, there was just one quick point I wanted to make. While I congratulate all these 15 winners, I do want to make a sincere request to them to not stop this learning journey. And like I was saying earlier, if you have come this far, you have done your essentials, you have gone a step further, you have done your hackathon as well, you have done your cloud practitioner series. On FutureSkills Prime itself, there is a course in which you can become a cloud architect, an AWS course, which is provided by Ethnos, an authorized training provider of AWS. So to all the, not just the winners, but to all the participants who put their sweat into this, I request you to please do this course. I also want to mention that this is a course that is incentivized by the government of India. So whatever you invest in the course, if you clear it successfully along with the assessment of the course, you will get the investment back from the government as an incentive. So to also all the colleges and members of colleges who are present, and my sincere request to Mr. Satish as well, who's joined us on the call today, please encourage your students to do this cloud architect program. As Amit was saying, this is now the #1 skill which is in demand in this domain. It leads to 2x, 3x increases manifold in the salaries as well. So please don't stop your journey. Please continue. With that, Hera, back to you.
Thank you, Ashish. And congratulations to all the winners of level 200. There were others also who had qualified level 200. I'll just like to name them: Bimal Khed Akhilesh from VVRIT, Chalu Muri Harini from Aditya Engineer College, Anurag Goldar from Amity University, Chhattisgarh, Tanmay Shukla from Government Engineering College Ajmer, Mahidhar from SRM University AP, Pravesh N from Raj Lakshmi Institute of Technology. Congratulations, everyone. You've put in your hard work and it has shown. But last and not the least, I would just like to present the winners of level 100, and I'll pause for a minute so that everyone can read through the names of all the winners and appreciate them for successfully completing level 100. A big round of applause to all of you. Before we close the winner list, we have two very interesting testimonials from the two winners of our hackathon. I would just like to play those testimonials for you all. And we will give around some time for each of the winners to share their experience through this testimonial. Let me just share my screen again. I hope you all can see my screen.
Hi, my name is Anjani Kumar Singh and I'm from Mumbai. I have done my graduation in computer science and I'm currently studying in ASM Institute of Technology. Today I feel very happy to share that I have successfully cleared all the levels of AWS HackFest organized by FutureSkills Prime. I feel very pleased that I get the chance to participate in it, and I would like to share my experience and journey throughout this HackFest. It's been exciting and very challenging journey also, where I get to learn and practice new skills, new topics of the AWS Cloud Platform. And the Hackfest, which is designed, it is designed in three levels: level 100, level 200, and level 300. And each level is designed so as to test the practical as well as basic foundational knowledge of the practitioner. And the Hackfest tests the actual industry required skills, ranging from basic foundational knowledge, theoretical knowledge, also the practical skills one must need to use AWS Cloud Platform's technology to build an application which solves modern day problems. Here, the AWS Cloud Practitioner Essential course has helped me a lot to get my basics done and to get an introduction of the AWS technologies. I would like to share my experience of the problem statement which are given in the Hackfest, such as there is a problem statement given at level 300 which require me to build a chatbot on the website. To do so, one must have a good training and good understanding of various technologies of the AWS which they provide, and how to integrate and program the chatbot to build an actual product which actually solves the customer's problem. I would also like to thank FutureSkills Prime to provide various bit-sized courses such as AWS Cloud Practitioner Essential, and the course which talks about AWS Lex and AWS Lambda programming. Such courses helped me a lot to get an insight, to get trained at home, and to build the application. I also prepared from AWS documentation and bit-sized courses offered through Amazon by Amazon Skill Builder platform also. I feel very thankful for the members of the Future Skill Prime, such as Pallavi ma'am, Hira Khan ma'am, Praveen sir, and Vivek sir, to guide me and to help me throughout the series, and finally getting me done this course also. I would like to thank Future Skill Prime and NASCOM to bringing this opportunity and other initiatives which help me and other students also to get better at their career. Thank you so much.
So this was Anjani Kumar Singh, the first winner of the hackathon. Now we are going to hear from Mr. Pawan Varma, the second winner of the hackathon.
Hello everyone, my name is Pawan Varma, one of the winner of AWS HackFest organized by FutureSkills Prime. I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude for this wonderful opportunity to participate in national level competition. This competition was organized in 3 levels, level 100, 200 and 300. Level 300 was the most complex one, where my task was to fix a broken API. The idea was to check the practical application of knowledge in solving real-world problems. I would like to thank organizers and jury for the fantastic experience throughout this competition. Being a cloud enthusiast, I undertook the AWS Cloud Practitioner course offered by this platform. It was a self-paced course and taught by industry experts. I am really fascinated by the cloud technology and the way it is transforming every digital aspect we know. Gone are the days when going digital was considered a specialist job and it would take weeks at least. Now, in minutes, your application can go global. Whether it's Netflix, Hotstar, Flipkart, the underlying technology enabling them is none other than cloud. More so, this pandemic has accelerated cloud adoption, and which is the key enabler of work from home. At last, I would like to congratulate MITI and NASCOM for this first in kinds of initiative of creating digital upskilling ecosystem that is Future Skills Prime. This platform offers a well-curated catalog of courses of current as well as emerging technologies like AI, big data, cloud, blockchain, and cybersecurity. This is going to be a key enabler of digital transformation of our country. I urge all learners to come and be part of this digital transformation and accelerate our country to be a lighthouse of technical supremacy. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. And as we close this session, I would just like to take a minute to thank everyone who had a key role in organizing the entire session, the entire journey of AWS Hackathon. I would first like to thank the Max Mutra team for organizing end-to-end hackathon, Ethnos team for spearheading the delivery of the AWS courses, AWS team for providing the thought leadership throughout the journey and the subject matter expertise support, NASCOM market development and promo and advocacy team for helping in organizing various stages of the session and also the closing ceremony today. Thank you so much, all the esteemed key speakers. And finally, the attendees who had taken out time to sit through and celebrate the champions of the AWS Cloud Challenge. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time today. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank you, Hera.